All right, so I'm finishing the notes for 1.3. So we have this word problem. A town has a nature preserve with a rectangular field that measures 600 meters by 400 meters. And the town wants to double the area of the field by adding land as shown. So they're adding land to each the width and the length of the field. So we're trying to find the new dimensions of the field. So let's just consider what the area is right now. So the area of the field, this is your length times your width, 400 times 600, that's 240,000 square meters. Okay. Our goal is to double the area of the field. So if the area right now is 240,000, then we want it to be 480,000. So our new area will be the new length times the new width. Okay? So our new area, we want double the area, so we know that that's going to be 480,000. Then we want a new length and a new width. So here is our, it doesn't matter which one's which, but here is one of them and here's the other one. Okay? So the expression for this one is 400 plus the additional land. So 400 plus x. And then the other one is 600 plus this part, which is x. So 600 plus x. So our new length is 400 plus x, and our new width is 600 plus x. So now we want to solve for x. So again, with the zero product property, you have to have it equal to 0. So right now we have it factored, but it's equal to 480,000. So in order for that to be 0, we're going to have to subtract the 480,000 to the other side. But then we also have two factors multiplied together on the other side. And if we just subtract the 480,000, we're going to need to refactor it. Okay? So the first step is going to be multiplying the right side out so that we can factor it again. Okay? So we're going to multiply that side, and you're going to get, I'm just going to simplify it for you, x squared plus 1,000x minus 240,000. So that's what we have on that side, and we have 480,000 on the left side. So we want it to be equal to 0, so we're going to subtract the 480,000 from both sides. Okay? So we have 0 on this side, and we have x squared. Sorry, up here we would have had plus 240,000. So if you were confused about that, I made the wrong sign there. Okay, so then we have x squared plus 1,000 x minus 240,000. So that's where the minus 240,000 comes in. So up above it was 400,000 times 6, or 400 times 600, which is positive 240,000. Sorry about that. Okay, so now our goal is to factor. So we have x and x, and then we have to figure out two things that multiply to give you 240,000, add to give you 1,000. So just think about it, if you get rid of some zeros, that you multiply to give you 24, add to give you 10. Okay, and your factors are going to be 200 and 1,200. So when I multiply 1,200 times negative 200, I get the negative 240,000. And if I add them together, I will get 1,000. So that's how they factor. So again, to make it easier on yourself, try to think of factors that multiply to 24 and add to give you 10. So that's going to simplify that a little bit for you. Okay, then you set each factor equal to 0. So x is going to equal 200, or x equals a negative 1200. Well, if we're going to add a new area, it doesn't make sense to have a negative amount. So this is our new amount. So we're adding 200 to both the length and the width. So our new dimensions of the field are 400 plus 200 and 600 plus 200. So you're going to get 800 meters by 600 meters as our new dimensions. So those are our new dimensions of the field. So again, what you had to do is we had to set it equal to the double area, and then we had to multiply it out and get it equal to 0. Okay? You can also look through it on page 20 in your textbook if you need another explanation, you want to read it again. Okay? One of my classes, we didn't get on to the new, the next example, example 5. So if we did that one in class, you may stop the video now, but if we did not do this example in class, keep watching. So again, zeros are when you have x-intercepts or solutions of the equation, value of x when y equals 0. So when it says to find the zeros of the function, y equals x squared minus x minus 12, that means you're going to plug in 0 for y, and you're going to find what x values are going to make that equation true. Okay? So then you factor this equation, and it's going to factor as x minus 4, x plus 3. They multiply to give you a negative 12 and add to give you a negative 1. So we set each factor equal to 0. So x is going to equal 4, or x equals negative 3. Those are our two solutions to the function. So the two zeros of the function. That means that on a graph, it's crossing at 4 and negative 3. So that's why we have two solutions to that. Okay. So then the other one, we have 0, or y equals x squared plus 12x plus 36. So again, we're going to plug in 0 for y, and then we're going to factor the right side. And that factors to x plus 6, x plus 6. So that means that when I solve each of these equal to 0, then x is going to equal negative 6 in both cases. So that means we only have one solution, and that means that the vertex is on the x-axis. And so it's only crossing the x-axis at one point, so we only have one solution. So that is the end of that. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and good luck.